Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today is Monday. We are starting a new weekly vlog. It's Monday the 7th, and this week it's going to be a busy one. I don't know how this week is going to go. I'm kind of hoping that it'll be a little bit chill actually, but it's going to be busy in the sense that Jade is coming seeing me this week. I am so excited, I'm not joking. I haven't seen her since October of 2023, which is insane. I think this is the longest time we've gone without seeing each other since we started meeting up with each other a few years ago. And it's insane. It's been breaking my heart. I've missed her dearly. Last year was so busy. We were trying to arrange to see each other. We left it too late, to be honest, at the end of March. She did message to say, okay, when can I come next month? And I was like, dude, I'm going to Turkey for 2 weeks. And she was like, I thought it was August. I was like, no. And it was just so busy last year that we just didn't get around to it. But this year, I am going to see her a couple of times this year because of stuff that we've got going on in the background with each other. But also, she's coming up here, which is just great news, and I'm so excited to see her. So I'm kind of hoping that on the basis we haven't seen each other for a little while, it could be a little bit more of a chill one. Normally when she comes up, we're like balls to the wall doing shit, and I think that we will do some stuff and go out, maybe do a bit of book shopping, I don't know. But we're also both trying to do the 30 books in 30 days challenge. So I also foresee that we may, spend a day or two here just hanging out and getting some reading done. I don't know. Andy is going to be around as well. So she's coming up Wednesday night straight from work. And Andy will be around as well because he's off then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And he's back in work Monday and she will go home on Monday. So we'll see how that goes, but he is going to stay at his mum's on Thursday night. He said that, I've told him he doesn't need to leave the house, but he said that he wants to give us some time to be able to catch up without having him hanging around and also me feeling a bit bad about ignoring him. So, to be honest, it will probably be very much appreciated, which is so nice of him, but then we'll probably arrange to do some stuff with him maybe, or without him, I don't know, on Friday, maybe over the weekend. So yeah, today I am working. Tomorrow I'm doing a half day. I don't know if I'm going to do tomorrow from home or not. I actually feel like shit as well, which is not great. I've got a terrible cold and I think I've picked it up from either my parents or Luca. He's been so full of a cold now for about 3 or 4 weeks and I just don't know how I haven't picked it up before now. So to be fair, it's not shocking that I've picked it up, but yeah, it's just kind of hit me yesterday. I've got a cracking headache. I've taken some cold and flu this morning, but I just feel terrible. So I am going to go to work today. I don't know if I will manage the whole day though. We'll have to see because I do feel like shit. And especially with Jade coming up this week as well, it would have been nice to maybe have a couple of days rest so that I can hopefully feel a little bit better, try and sweat out most of it if I can before she gets here, but we'll see. But this week with reading, we're going to have to see how this week goes. I'm going to have to try and find a couple more shorty patorty books this week because the books that I want to get to are a little bit bigger. So I do need to get to Slaying the Vampire Conqueror by Carissa Broadbent. I am reviewing this on Sunday for its re-release day. I think its re-release day is on Sunday. I did start this. I got 28 pages in. I think I will restart it, to be honest. I started it last week, but I think I'm going to restart it. It's a fantasy romance, and it's set in the world of Crowns of Nyaxia. So when I come to pick this up, I will give you a rerun on the synopsis, but I need to pick that one up. I also want to pick up Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, because I should have got to this one by now, and I haven't done so. So I would like to pick this one up as well. This is down for a 2024 release, but last year I did pick it out the Patreon pot. Tracy did put it in, and I haven't read it yet, and I should have done so by now. So I think I'm going to pick that one up this week as well. I would like to pick the Kennedy Ryan book up as well to try and get through more books on my TBR for the month, but I just don't know if I will have the time. It'll just depend on how much I can get through before Jade gets here, but also B, how much reading we actually do once she's here. So it could be a case of just manga and short novellas and stuff while she's here. I don't know, we'll have to see. And then the other book that I would like to get to this week is Silver Elite by Danny Francis. I did start this at the beginning of the month, but then ended up putting it down for Tell Me It's Wrong by Katie Wismer that came in last week, because the release date for that is the 14th of April. this doesn't come out till May, so I had to prioritise that one. But I want to go back to this one now. I did make it to page 17 in this before, chapter 2, before I had to put it down. So I would like to go back to this one now. This is a chonker. This is over 500 pages. So I don't know if I'm going to complete it in this week, but if I can at least make a good start on it, it can run into next week and I'll read it in the background while I'm doing Keep It or Yeet It next week. Surprise, I'm doing Keep It or Yeet It next week. So yeah, another arc to try and tick off my list. But those are the ones that I definitely want to try and get to this week. Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, Out on a Limb, and Silver Elite. I do also have 84 Charing Cross Road, which I have on audio, and it's very short indeed, and that will tick off my non-fiction as well as my classic. So it ticks off both. I didn't realise it was a non-fiction. I was picking it for a classic, but I didn't realise it was non-fiction as well. So, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. Sorry to the birds. But yeah, I'm going to try and get to that this week. And I may do volume 6 of The Girl from the Other Side as well to complete that omnibus. We'll see. And I may try and throw in some other manga as well. I might even try and get ahead of myself with some manga this week, so that next week, while I'm doing Keep It or Yeet It, if I don't manage to get to, you know, 7 books for the week, which I doubt I will, then at least I'm already ahead of myself, which would be good. So we'll see what happens this week, but lots going on. Work early on this week. I do have, because I'm only in half day tomorrow, I'm kind of hoping I can maybe work from home, but it is only a half day, so I've got the rest of tomorrow at home, and then I've got all of Wednesday, and I've got a lot of cleaning to do. So it will be a case of probably sticking on the audiobook of Out on a Limb and just smashing through some housework before Jade gets here on Wednesday evening. It will be pretty late when she gets here. Andy will probably already be back from work by the time she gets here as well. It's usually around 10ish before she gets here. So he might even be asleep by the time she gets here. We'll have to see. So yeah, I'm going to go before I'm late for work, but I just wanted to introduce this video and let you know how we're getting on. So I'm gonna go, and I will see you a little bit later. Good morning. It is Tuesday. It's 9:10. I feel terrible. I'm supposed to be doing a half day at work today, but I ended up coming home half day yesterday. So I've just messaged my dad this morning saying that I did my half day yesterday. I'm taking the other day off I'm supposed to do this week as sick, so which is fine. But I have quite a lot of work to do at home today. I've got to clean the house pretty much top to bottom, and because Jade's coming tomorrow night, and I need to nip to the post office and deliver some parcels. So while I'm doing all of those things, I will be listening to Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young on audio. I started this last night and I got to page 78. I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm having a good time. This is following Win and Bo. Bo has an amputated leg. He does have a prosthetic leg, and Win has a bit of a deformity on her hand. So they meet at a Halloween party, actually both dressed as pirates, and get chatting, have a really good chinwag for a few hours, and then end up having a one-night stand. Now, this one-night stand did not involve a condom. They were not safe, but she was on the pill, so they thought they were safe. They got carried away. And she's ended up pregnant. This is all in the synopsis on the back. She's ended up pregnant. So I'm at a point now where they know each other through her best friends, who are a couple, who have been a couple since, like, I think it's like 3rd grade or something in school. And she was brought up with her friend, and then she got with this guy in like 3rd grade, but she's known them since then. And she's just always kind of been like the third wheel in the relationship, but so heavily that he fully accepts that. So he's like really shocked. He's like, what do we do now? We're pregnant. Like, this isn't Win's baby. This is their baby. They're, you know, a threesome. It's kind of sweet actually to see his reaction. It's very, very cute. But we're at a point now where she hasn't yet told told Bo, but she's going to. And I don't know if... Oh yeah, together, Wyn and Bo decide to get to know one another as friends and nothing more while they embark on this parenting journey together. But as they both should know by now, life rarely goes according to plan. So I think it's going to be a romance. Well, it's going to start off platonically with them getting to know each other while also navigating co-parenting, but I think it's going to become more of a romance. And already, you know, I'm 78 pages in, the pregnancy has happened. She's now pregnant. Chapter 7, she's still finding out. I think she's going to tell Bo at this point. And then chapter 8, we jump to 9 weeks pregnant. So I think we're going to swiftly get through the pregnancy side of things, and then the baby will arrive and, you know, parenting will begin. But I'm enjoying this so far, liking the writing style. I did want to quickly mention as well that I am supposed to be on the tour for Slaying the Vampire Conqueror by Carissa Broadbent on Sunday. And I ended up emailing the publisher yesterday because I've started this twice now. I got to page 28 last time, and my bookmark isn't in the right spot. I'm on page 104 now, and I'm not having a good time with this book. I don't know what's wrong. I do have a little bit of an up and down relationship with Carissa Broadbent. I love the Crowns and Axis series, including the novella Six Scorched Roses. I actually truly love that. It's one of my favourites out of the series. But I didn't like Daughter of No Worlds, and I don't know why. I'm not sure. This one, I assumed I would like because it's part of the Crowns and Axis series. It's part of that world. I'm just not having a good time with this. I can't even fully explain what it is. I'm not really liking the writing style. It's almost written by a different author, which I think I had the same issue with Daughter of No Worlds. But I'm also a bit bored. And I'm just not having a good time. So I've ended up having to email the publisher because I'm supposed to be on the tour. And I don't want to lie about it because obviously I'm doing this vlog as well. So I've had to email them and ask them what they want me to do about this situation because, I don't know, but I've DNF'd Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. This is the other thing as well. I would have just forced myself through it for the sake of the tour. But again, they were obviously not looking for negative reviews. So regardless, if I'm not enjoying it, I might as well DNF it. Also save myself wasting hours and hours getting through this when I could be reading something that I'm enjoying instead as well. So I've decided to DNF that. I am also currently physically reading, well, on my Kindle, Silver Elite as well, which is my arc by Danny Francis. And I'm currently on page 59 of this one, chapter 6. And I'm having a very good time. This is really, really good. We are following our main character. Let me just get this sheet so that I know what I'm saying is correct and also not spoilers. Following our main character, Wren Darlington. And she spent her whole life in hiding, honing her abilities and aiding the uprising in small ways. On the continent, being modified means certain death, and Wren is one of the most powerful mods in existence. When one careless mistake places her in the hands of the enemy, she's forced to join their most elite training program. She's finally handed the perfect opportunity to strike a devastating blow from inside their ranks. But training for Silverblock can be deadly, especially when you are harbouring secrets people would kill for. And as the stakes grow ever higher, Wren must prove herself to Silverblock, but that's easier said than done when your commanding officer is the ruthless and infuriating, irresistible Cross Redden. And as war rages between mods and those who aim to destroy them, Wren must decide just how far she's willing to go to protect herself and how much of the continent is worth saving. So we start off with this one with Wren having just had a one-night stand with a soldier called Jordan, and she's trying to, like, get away. But he's incredibly clingy, and she's like going on in her head to the reader about the fact that, you know, she's got to stop doing this and sleeping with soldiers. They're quite clingy, blah, blah, blah. Now, Wren's modification is she can speak, the mods can speak to each other via, you know, their minds. And unfortunately for everyone else, their veins will glow silver when they're doing this. So they're pretty easy to spot. However, for Wren, That does not happen, and she's never been able to figure out why. She currently lives with her Uncle Jim. That's a whole story that we find out about within the 58 pages that I've already read, so I'm not going to spoil that. And she eventually does get away from Jordan. However, in the process of doing this, a kid is being attacked by a coyote that's been attacking her cattle on their ranch with her and her Uncle Jim, and she ends up saving the child by killing the coyote. But it gets the attraction of the soldiers of Silverblock, and they then try and find her. They come to the ranch, they end up getting with Jim, and something happens with that, and now she's in a situation where she's been captured by Silverblock, and I assume she's at this point now going to be recruited by them. I'm really enjoying the world building so far in this. I'm loving Ren's character so far as well. She's quite the badass, and I'm really enjoying her. I do think that she's made some silly mistakes so far already, but, you know, we learn as we go, and I'm really enjoying the writing style as well. I do think that this is one that if I could dedicate a couple of hours to every day, I could get through this pretty quickly, because it's reading quite fast, despite the fact that the text in here is quite small. On my Kindle, it's reading very fast, which is great because it's over 500 pages. Why I thought this was a good idea in April, I will never know, but it gets me through another arc, which is good news. So I'm going to continue on with this as well. While I'm pottering about, I'll stick my headphones on and listen to Out on a Limb, and if I'm sat down at any point, I will physically read this. I do want to try and dedicate at least an hour to this today, if not a couple more, but I may like dip in and out. So, you know, do a handful of hours cleaning with that, then do an hour with this, then go for a walk into town. I probably won't listen to anything. I'm very paranoid about having my headphones on, even in the middle of the day when I'm walking into town. So I probably won't listen to anything then, but then when I come back, maybe do a little bit more of that while cleaning, and then sit and read another chunk of this maybe. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But at the moment, those are the two books that I'm currently reading. I do have Enchantra coming today as well by Kaylee Smith, which is the second one in the Wicked Games series, and I want to pick that up when it comes in. So once I finish this, I may hold off on starting something else because I want to pick that up. So I might start that when that comes in. I don't know when it's going to come in. It's release day today, so I might start that. And then because I've now DNF'd Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, I may tomorrow be able to finish Enchantra, and then I might be able to get through This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. The audiobook was in the 2-for-1 sale on Audible this month, so I've managed to get the audiobook for this one pretty cheap, so that's great news. So I may be able to make room for this now as well, which is fantastic. So, you know, I'd be able to get through a decent chunk of books this week, which is nice, and then some shorter books and manga maybe. We'll see. So I'm gonna go. I need to get some cleaning done and some stuff done, so I will check back in with you later. Okay, it's a bit later in the day. I have a parcel. Let's open it together. If the audio is different, I haven't got my mic on. My apologies. God, I feel terrible. I've been for a walk, by the way. I went into town. I went to the post office. It took fucking ages. And I have hoovered and mopped in the dining room and living room. I pulled the sofa out and everything. It was like a hardcore hoover and mop. I haven't done that in such a long time. I've hoovered the kitchen and the hall and the downstairs bathroom, but I haven't done much else than that because I'm absolutely knackered. I'm not gonna lie. If I could hoover upstairs, that would make me feel a little bit better about what I'm gonna do today. But the book in question is Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. It's book 2 in the Wicked series, and I'm so excited because so pretty. I love Genevieve Grimm in book 1, and we didn't get enough of her, so I'm very excited to get more of her in this book because this is her story with the first story following Jen's sister, Vivi's sister. So I'm very excited about this one because I loved Genevieve in the first one. So I do think I'm going to try and read this week. Now that it's here, might as well. I have the audiobook. Out on a limb, to give you a quick update, I haven't finished this yet, but I have made some good progress. I'm 217 pages in. I have stopped for lunch. I've eaten my lunch. I've watched a YouTube video, and I am now, I think what I'm going to do is set like an hour timer on YouTube and try and do an hour of Silver Elite while I'm in the mood. And then once I've maybe regained a little bit of energy and my dinner has settled, I may go upstairs and hoover upstairs. and then I'll feel better about today. As far as cleaning is concerned, I would have loved to have done more, but I'm just really struggling. I need to mop in the upstairs bathroom as well, once I've hoovered. So if I can do that, hoover upstairs and mop in the upstairs bathroom, I will feel better. I can do whatever else I still need to do tomorrow then, once I've recharged my batteries. But while I'm feeling so unwell, I don't want to push myself too hard, because otherwise I will fuck myself up entirely for tomorrow, and obviously Jade is coming tomorrow. So I'm going to do an hour of this, and then I will get back to continuing on cleaning. I will be interested actually to see how far I get in an hour with this. So yeah, I'm going to start on page 59. Okay, so it's still Tuesday. It's 10 to 5. And I wanted to let you know how much I managed of Silver Elite earlier when I did that hour. I think I might do another one actually as well, because I did manage to make some good progress. So I was on page 59 and I made it to page 102. So I did all right. I did pretty well. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm actually having a very good time with it. The world building's really good. And I'm loving the characters as well. So want to get more into this so far. So yeah, I need to make more progress in that. I'm about a fifth of the way through that now. So I want to make some more progress. I might do another hour. But I did just finish Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. And I really enjoyed this. This was very good. I really liked the growth of these two, both together and separately. And I really liked some of the messages that Ren was giving us as well, of things that she's learned over the years as a woman, but as a woman with a limb difference as well. And I just thought it was fascinating. I do wish that we would have gotten Beau's POV in this as well. I feel like it could have added to the story massively for sure. But overall, I really enjoyed this. I haven't run it through Corpal yet, but I reckon it's going to get about a 4-star. I think the way that these two loved each other was so beautiful, and especially after everything that they went through with an accidental pregnancy, and then also, you know, getting to know each other as platonic friends, and then getting to know each other as a couple. It was really sweet. I think that she should have communicated with him a little bit more, maybe. She was having feelings for him, and I suspected he had feelings for her too. The problem was she'd assumed that he was still in love with his ex, and they hadn't properly discussed it. But regardless, I think that this was really sweet, and I had a very good time with it. I am excited to read more from Hannah, and I'm glad that I finally got into this one as well, because I should have read it last year. It was a Patreon pick last year and I didn't quite get to it, so I'm glad that I've finally read it. It is my Patreon buddy read for the months of March and April. So yeah, I had a very good time with this one. So I am going to go back and do another hour on Silver Elite, but then I will be picking up, I think I'll move into Enchantra. Just making sure I'm saying that correctly, by Kaylee Smith. Let me tell you the synopsis of this one. I just need to make sure that it doesn't, I don't think it'll spoil anything. Welcome to Enchantra. There is only one rule. Never ever trust your heart. When Genevieve Grimm's mother is killed, Genevieve wants answers no one can give, until she receives an invitation to Enchantra, a cursed palace filled with temptations and illusions. A little bit like Phantasma, but a bit different. Arrogant and dangerously handsome Rowan Silver meets her at the door and refuses to let her inside, but Genevieve finds her own way in and soon realizes her mistake. Enchantra is a twisted labyrinth of marble and thorns where Rowan's family are trapped forever in a deadly game. Now Genevieve must win or die. Rowan offers her a deal. They can compete together if they convince everyone watching that they're desperately in love. Genevieve knows she can't trust Rowan, but she'll do whatever it takes to survive. As they hunt and hide together, Genevieve tries to ignore the desire burning between them. She absolutely cannot fall for this man, cannot forget that she is only pretending to be in love. love. After all, it was Rowan who taught her Enchantress's first rule: never ever trust your heart. I'm obsessed with this cover, very excited to pick this up because I really, really loved Phantasma. I had a very good time with it. I wasn't anticipating enjoying it as much as I did, but I really did enjoy it, and I've been excited about this one ever since because I loved Genevieve's character and I wanted more of her. So this coming in today has been perfect timing, seeing as I've now finished Out on a Limb. So I'm hoping that maybe I can make it 100 or so pages into this today, and then I'll finish it off tomorrow and potentially pick up Kennedy Ryan. I'm kind of also in the mood for another thriller or horror as well, so maybe I might do that instead tomorrow, but we'll see. Maybe this will scratch that itch though, because these are like fantasy horror, if you like, romantasy with a horror element. That's what Phantasma was like. It really scratched that horror itch for me, so maybe this will do that, and then tomorrow I can go on to Kennedy Ryan. If not, I may pick up a thriller. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But yeah, that's going to be my plan. Another hour of this to make some more progress, and then into this until Andy gets home from work. Hello, good morning. It is Wednesday and it's currently 9:20 in the morning. Today, Jade is coming. I'm so excited. I've still got a little bit of cleaning left to do, but I'm not going to go too hard on it because I don't want to wear myself out too much, and I did get quite a bit done yesterday. I also managed to get quite a lot of reading done as well. I told you yesterday that I finished Out on a Limb. I then did move on to Enchantress, which I got to page 101 of, so I'm here, and my aim is to finish this today. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it so far. I was confused at the timeline of this, to be fair. I didn't know if this came before Phantasma or if it was like during Phantasma. She was just in a different place and then ended up in Phantasma. It's not. It's after the events of Phantasma. I don't know how much further after the events of Phantasma, but it is after Phantasma. And I'm really enjoying it so far. It's already quite bizarre, a little bit, very atmospheric, incredibly atmospheric. That's one thing Kaylee does really well, is atmosphere. So really enjoying this so far. My intention is to finish this today. Silver Elite, I actually did really well on yesterday. I just kept chipping away at it throughout the day. So I did, as I mentioned, I did that hour timer and managed to get like 40 odd pages read. And then I set another one a little bit later, actually, just before I started Enchantress, and I managed 35 minutes, but I was starting to nod off. I think it was the physical reading. I was getting tired. I'd done a lot like yesterday, and I'm not well, so I did manage a little bit more, and then in bed last night I went up quite early, so I read some more, and I made it to chapter 18, which is page 169. So I actually managed 110 pages yesterday, which is great news. I was here at page 58, and I finished on page 168. I'll start today on page 169. So I made some decent progress. I still have a ways to go, but if I could do maybe another 100 pages today, that would be awesome. I just don't know if I will get the chance to do so with doing this as well. I don't know if I will get the chance to get to This Could Be Us. I hadn't thought my way through the day. I've actually got sprints starting at 11. So I will be dipping in and out of those for most of the day. And they usually slow me down a little bit. I'm not just listening constant, and then I slow myself down because I end up yapping too much on sprints. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, my intention is to finish Enchantress today, make some more progress in Silver Elite, and then I think I may try and read volume 6 of The Girl from the Other Side, just to boost my books a little bit. I think I'm 2 books behind now because I am reading normal sized novels. I am still I've fit in 2 volumes of this so far, but everything else has been a normal sized novel have they all been over 300 pages? Yeah, all over 300 pages, other than the 2 manga that I've read of these so far. So, and this is like over 500 pages. And this one is over 400 pages. Out on a Limb was over 400 pages. So, we're doing Wild Eyes was over 400 pages as well. We're doing all right so far. It's going okay, but the novels are slowing me down a little bit. I may need to smash some manga out later on this week once Jade's here. So we're hoping to still get a lot of reading done. We'll probably get quite a bit done tomorrow. Andy's actually going to go and stay at his mum's tomorrow. So he's got a hearing test in the afternoon. I'm getting my nails done in the morning. And then he's going to go and stay at his mum's. So anyway, I'm going to get going because I need to get started on my day. I am sweating my back off. It is so fucking fucking warm. I've just turned my heating off because it's still been coming on in the mornings and there's just no need. I'm so warm. I've just had a shower as well, so that's probably not helping. But yeah, I need to bring my temperature down a little bit. So I'm going to go because I need to get on with my day and get some reading done. I'm going to try and smash an hour of Enchanter out before we start sprints so that I'm feeling a little bit more good about getting through all of that today.
Hello, little brethren. Hello, little camera. I have your brother in my bag. Hee hee hee. The books. Ooh, there we go. Now it's found my face. So now it'll, if you're like wandering around and you want to keep you in frame.
Yeah.
This is recording, so you're going to have this as well. It just keeps you in the...
My tutorial.
You can't see me. You can't see me. You're too quick.
The camera's like you are the worst person at hide and seek.
And then to turn it off, you just tap your face again, and then you can hide.
Hide and seek.
Yeah, there you go. Enjoy.
I want it that way. Hello. Yes. Hello, it is Thursday, the 10th of April. It's 4:39 in the afternoon, and Ratbag is here.
Boo!
I have not used this camera enough to turn that and know that it will follow her instead of me. Oh, there we go.
Hi. You haven't got tracking.
No, and my water bottle.
Hi.
Okay. So yeah, Ratbag is here. She made it last night. About 20 past 11-ish. And we stayed up till about 4:30. Catching up. There's a good chance tonight could be a little bit much of the same. Maybe not as late, but we'll see. Spent the day, I went to get my nails done. I have got very pretty, spring vibe nails with flowers on. So we went to get my nails done. We went to go and see the boys. Jade's not met Luca before, but hasn't seen Thomas since he was tiny as well.
Correct.
So we went to go see the boys for a little bit, and then we came home. We went to go and get some lunch in town. And by town, I mean in Ashton. And then we went to 2 different crystal shops. Mm-hmm. Got some little treats. And then came back home. We've been snacking on some gingerbread. Oh, we went to the little sweet shop as well in town. There's a old school sweet shop in town called Mrs. Max. So we got some sweets to snack on today because Andy's going to stay at his mum's for the night to let us have a good old chin wag and a catch up, hasn't he?
He has.
Bless him.
It's like he thinks that when I come, he has to leave his own home.
Which he doesn't. But he's just going to go stay at his mum's, spend some time with his mum and his niece, and he'll be back tomorrow. So, yeah, it's been a lovely day so far. We're going to be doing some sprints with patrons at 5. And, I didn't tell you about the book I finished yesterday, which was Enchanter by Kaylee Smith. I'll just leave a picture of it here on the screen. I forgot to give you an update on that. And since then, I've started another book. But I finished it. It was really, really good. I loved that atmosphere. I really loved being with Vivi because I really enjoyed her in the first book. Even though we were following her sister Ophelia in the first book, I really enjoyed following her in this book. And like I say, the atmosphere was really good. I don't think this one was as dark as Phantasma. I think Phantasma had way more like goriness to it and atmosphere to it. It felt much more on the horror side of things than Enchantra did. But I liked this one regardless. I'd give it 4.5 stars. I don't think I liked it as much as Phantasma, but I did like it. And I have a kind of an idea about who we might be following in book 3. So I'm excited about that, but I've read it. It came in on its release day and I started it on its release day and finished it the day after. So good news for me. And now I'm up to date with the series. And then last night while waiting for Jade, I did decide to pick up Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. I was going to pick up Anxious People by Frederick Batman, and I got maybe 20 odd pages in, but I just wasn't in the mood. So I've decided to pick this up instead, and I'm currently on page 33. I didn't get too far into it. This is a small town romance, and I think it's brother's best friend. Yeah. So we're following Rhodes, and we start off in the first chapter with her in her family home. I think she's like 13, and she's just been on her first boy-girl party ever. And her best friend's mum, Fallon's mum, drops them off at home, drops Rose off at home. And she ends up having a little catch up with her mum, and then her little sister comes into her room and, you know, does annoying little sister things. And then they go to bed. And then Rhodes is awoken in the night. Awoken? Rhodes is awoken in the night. Didn't think that made any sense. Rhodes is awoken in the night to the smell of smoke, and it turns out that the house is on fire. She manages to get out, and then we jump about 15 years to present day, and everyone, her mum, her dad, and her younger sister, they all died in the house fire. She's now restoring, in a position where she's restoring this old family home where her parents died and her little sister died. She was actually taken in by Fallon's mum, who over the years has adopted and has fostered other kids. So Rhodes is now in a position where she's got siblings. They're not obviously blood related siblings, but they are her siblings nonetheless. And this is brother's best friend. So her brother, who's not her real brother, but she's been brought up with him. He is called Shep. His best friend, Anson, is who the male main character who we're going to follow. And I think it's going to be like a grumpy sunshine, but obviously brother's best friend as well. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to the whole restoration side of things as well with this house as well, because I love shit like that. So I do have it on my Kindle as well, but I've also got the audiobook. So I may pick that up this evening. I don't know. I'm also still reading Silver Elite. I don't think I'm too much further in. I may have read a little bit more of this, but I'm not sure. And I am thinking that I might kick sprints off with reading volume 6 of The Girl from the Other Side to get this omnibus finished. Just to have, so that I'm up to date again today, but 10 books for 10 days. And then I can focus on, you know, either of these two. So we'll see what happens with that. But I just wanted to give you an update on Enchantra, let you know that I started Fragile Sanctuary and what we did today with our day. Good day so far. Yeah. And hopefully we'll get some good reading done today. Careful. Jay's pulled her neck. Shivering too much on the airbed last night. She was cold. So yeah, anyway, that's what's going on. We may go, we're going book shopping tomorrow.
Yeah, bye.
We're going to go into Manchester and go do some book shopping. Anywho, on that note,
bye.
Jade's going to actually start a vlog.
Yes.
See you in a bit.
Pizza, mushroom, pizza.
I don't wanna let you down. It's the only thing I think about every morning. You know my life ain't figured out, but I promise if you stick around it'll never get boring. We'll spend nights, cheap red wine, look at flats even though we can't afford them. I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna lose you now. Will you stay even when you wanna walk away? When times get bad, we can learn to love what we have. I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna let you down. everything else in my life without you would be boring. And we'll spend nights, cheap red wine, look at flights even though we can't afford them. I don't wanna let you down, I don't wanna lose you now. I don't wanna let you down.
Hello, hello. It is... What day is today? Friday.
Friday.
It's currently 12:46 and we are in Manchester. It is gloriously sunny. We've just had some lunch. I didn't get a clip of mine. Jade got a clip of hers. I got chicken tikka and rice. You got sweet chili chicken and rice.
Yes.
So Jade got Thai and I got Indian. Glorious. Really, really nice. And with the sunshine.
It was really tasty. I don't know if you can hear me.
We've already been into 2 bookshops. We have been to Forbidden Planet. Jade has done some real damage. If you want to find out what she got, you're going to have to go and watch her vlog. And we went to Travelling Man. I did some damage in Travelling Man, but not Forbidden Planet because they didn't really have what I wanted. So I did get a Business Proposal Volume 8. I got Unholy Blood Volume 5. And I got Alice in Borderland Volume 4. All continuation stations.
Well done.
Yeah, I'm not starting anything new. There was options, but I didn't get them because, you know, I mean, it's 3 for 2 though, to be fair, so they were really good deals. And it seemed silly not to take advantage of, which Jade did happily, didn't you? I'm proud of her, to be fair. I haven't seen her do a bookshop like this in a long time.
I haven't done a bookshop like this in a long time.
Yeah.
Where I've literally just been like, fuck it.
And it's not even been my influence either. I am not to blame.
No.
So yeah, we are going to go to Books and Friends next, which is an independent bookstore. And then we're going to go to Waterstones Deansgate. And next door to Waterstones Deansgate, there is a coffee and flower shop called Fairy Meadows. And we're going to go there and have a butcher's in there as well because it looks beautiful. And it's literally next door to Deansgate Waterstones. So it's like bookish adjacent.
Yeah.
They don't actually sell books.
But they are book fans and support bookish communities and stuff.
Yeah, very much so. So we're going to go and have a butcher's in there and it looks very beautiful.
Very Fairy Meadow.
Yes, yeah. And I brought Fragile Sanctuary with me to take some pictures with there because I feel like that will be like a really stunning book to take some pictures with. So, yeah. So that's what's going on. And yeah, we're going to go to...
Spend more of my money.
Facts. Just Jade's, not mine.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house, I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This is supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. I know the hour's getting late. I shouldn't sit here contemplating. I just can't stop thinking about us. I won't forget a single thing from drunken nights to Sunday.
I haven't got my mic on.
That's okay, we can just talk loudly. Hello? You're in the library.
It sounds like what was one of the books that you, Gav, and Chris did for the JPEG's book club? With the fox face.
I know exactly what you mean.
Sounds like that, but adult.
That was adult, but...
Oh. I don't know, it just sounds a bit different. It sounds like a combination of that and also Grady Hendrix book, I think.
The puppety one.
Yeah.
I've
yeah,
seen
it's got puppets in it.
It's here somewhere,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I've seen it
yeah,
as well.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Professionals ever.
Always.
I am now tempted by this though because you've brought my attention to it.
Goblin! I asked her what was wrong with Goblin because she just kept ignoring it. Now it's in your brain. Goblin's in the brain.
It's in the brain. I do like Josh Malerman, but I have. What do I have? I have Bird Box on my TBR by Josh Malerman. I should probably read that.
Fair. You don't need Goblin.
Yeah.
But now it's on your radar at least.
Yeah, because I've read 2 from him.
Yeah. How many books have you picked up?
3.
They just look enormous because the bottom one is
800 pages. The doorstop.
a weapon of mass destruction.
Hello. It is Saturday. Saturday. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, and I thought I should come on and give you an update because I didn't yesterday. We had such a nice day yesterday in Manchester, and we went book shopping. I did a little bit of damage, not as much as Jade's. Make sure you check out her vlog to see what she got. And we went in Forbidden Planet. We went in Travelling Man. We went in Ohio coffee shop. We went in Books and Friends. We went in Fairy Meadows. And we went in Waterstones Deansgate.
Correct.
And we came home. It was a lovely day. We went to Fairy Meadows, actually was so beautiful. Really, really nice. They sent me a message on Instagram. They reached out to me to see if we wanted to, if I wanted to go and take a friend with me to go and visit them and do a little content creation with them. And I didn't see the message until very, very late. So I messaged them on the day before, on Thursday, messaged them back and said, weirdly enough, me and a friend will actually be in Manchester tomorrow. And we'd happily come and give you a visit. Anyway, we went and we ended up with a free drink, some free flowers, some free macaroons, and a free bookmark. And it was really, really nice. So thank you so much to them for reaching out for that and for giving us that opportunity. It's such a beautiful spot. It really catches the sun outside as well. We got a chance to sit outside.
Just reminded me how good that vanilla macaron was.
The macaroons were really, really good. Jade got vanilla and blueberry. And I got raspberry and salted caramel. They were so good. They had a lot of different options, didn't they? And it is literally a flower shop that sells coffee and tea and baked goods. Yeah. They're actually nothing to do with the bookish community, but they're directly next door to Waterstones Deansgate, and they kind of count themselves as being like bookish adjacent, so they do tie in with the book community. And
it's a nice place. It's like pretty and Instagrammable, and like grab a nice drink for whilst reading a book.
Yeah.
And the little bench outside was a little sun trap, which was quite nice.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was so beautiful. So thank you so much to them for reaching out. I truly appreciate it. We both do.
And I really want macaroons.
We should have gone back and got more. But yeah, that was beautiful. Very nice little sit down as well. It was needed because we'd done a lot of traipsing about at that point.
My shoulders hurt.
Yeah, that's what you get for buying the books. So I thought I would do a little haul with you. See, the thing is, my stack looks as big as Jade's because I have an 800-page tome in here, but she definitely got more than I did. So, in the first shop in Forbidden Planet, I didn't actually buy anything, which is a miracle within itself. Yeah. But I did. She did. But I didn't buy anything. Then we went to Travelling Man. Now, the thing with Forbidden Planet and Travelling Man is they regularly have 3 for 2 sales. 3 for 2 sales on manga across the board, like any manga 3 for 2, and they did. So when I went to Travelling Man, it was at that point because I was looking for specific stuff. I had a list to help control myself, which helped massively. It did. I only deviated with 1 book, 2 books. So in Travelling Man and the 3 for 2, I think I've already mentioned this to you in Manchester yesterday, but I did get Unholy Blood Volume 5, which is the latest one. I got Business Proposal Volume 8, which is the point at which I'm up to, and I'm probably going to try and give this a read this month. And then I also got Alice in Borderland Volume 4. So I thought I would add another one of these. I was and ahhing between this and something else. I don't know what else it was, but I was looking for My Love Story with Yamadakon at level 999 volume 5. They didn't have it. So then I was like, well, I am doing between this and Witch Hat Talia. Yeah. But I didn't bother with Witch Hat Talia because there was 2 volumes I needed, and I thought there's no point in getting volume 12 when volume 13 is available as well, but I had these 2 in my hand and wanted these 2. So I decided on Alice in Borderland. So I got that one as well. And then we went to Books and People. Books and Friends. Yep. And I like to buy something in there because it's an indie bookstore, so I do like to support. And I was going to get Heavenly Tyrant, but I ended up finding this instead and got this one, which is a poetry collection by Amanda Lovelace, her latest one. And I've been wanting to read this for a while. So very excited about this one. And it does have pink sprayed edges as well, which I didn't spot until Jade mentioned it. I haven't read an Amanda Lovelace in a while, because I've been waiting for this to come out. So I'm excited to get to this one. We'll probably try and get to it this month. And then in Waterstones, this was my pile. I ended up with 4 books. I had 3 up until the minute we were about to walk out the door. So I did get Heat of the Everflame by Pen Cole, which is book 3 in this series, and it's the tome that I was just talking about. This book is 36 pages long, including the acknowledgements. So I did get this one. Loved.
Oh my god, the text in that is
miniature. Miniature text.
That is insane.
I know. So I loved the first one. I haven't continued on with the series yet because I've been waiting for that to come out. I don't know how many there's going to be though, so I may wait again. I don't know. Then I did get My Love Story with Yamadakon at level 999 volume 5, which is what I was looking for in both Forbidden Planet and Travelling Man, and they didn't have, and I was pretty certain the Waterstones would have it, so success for that. And then I did get The Trap by Catherine Ryan Howard, which was another one that was on my wish list and sounds really, really good, actually. I haven't read a Catherine Ryan Howard before, but I do have 56 Days on my TBR. Just haven't got to it yet because it's a COVID one. So I'm easing myself in. The Bat Eater was the first COVID book I've read so far, so probably pick that up soon. But yeah, I ended up with this one, a nice little thriller to read. Gillian McAllister said it was topical, twisty, and with a real heart stopper of a moment halfway in that'll make you turn the lights back on. Give it me. I'm excited. I love Gillian McAllister as well. And then the book that ended up in my stack, or as we were walking out the door, Jade mentioned it as the princess book. And I was like, I don't know if I'm interested in it. But I think people that have liked The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim have enjoyed this one. And I actually really like that book. I didn't think I thought it was going to be too weird. But I actually really liked it. And it's May Fly by CJ Lead. And it's when I read the synopsis, I was like, oh, I had no idea that's what that was about. I just thought it was going to be on the too weird side of horror. But it sounds really good. So I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. So I added that to my list as well. It's actually not too long, that. I thought it was a bit longer than it is. It's under 300 pages. Nice. So those were all the books that I got yesterday in Manny. I didn't do any reading yesterday, so I have nothing to update you on as far as reading is concerned. And I actually don't think I'm going to get the chance to finish Fragile Sanctuary or Silver Elite this vlog, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So this was my stack. But yeah, I think it was a nice stack, a nice mix of stuff. Actually, that's a real mix of stuff. I've got some romantasy, some manga, poetry, horror, a thriller, some romance.
Very varied.
Hugely varied, actually. That might be the most varied stack I've seen in a while that I've purchased. Nice. So yeah, that's everything that I got while we were in Manchester yesterday. It was such a lovely day. And then when we came back, it was still really gloriously sunny. So we went out with Andy for a drink, didn't we? And then we came back. He stayed out for a couple more drinks.
Did you confirm that with me? Didn't we? No.
You lie. Yeah, it was just really nice. The sun was glorious. It was a really hot day. And it was a really nice day. So today has been a little bit more chill, a bit more stay-at-homey. We've just inserted some books in for our Fantasy for Jade for a little bit. So yeah, we're just hanging out. We need to do some reading today. I need to catch up again. Yeah, Jade needs to finish her book. So yeah, a little bit more of a chill day today, which will be nice. And later on, we're going to play some Monopoly with Andy. He's gone to look at some planes at Manchester Airport with his stepdad and stepbrother, so nerds. So yeah, that's what we've been up to. That's what we're going to do. This has been a long update. I'm going
to stuff a cookie in my face very shortly.
That is a good shout.
Yeah, it is.
Do I want another half of my cookie, though? We got cookies.
I don't know if you do. I don't know. Maybe you should just eat the other half of the other cookie.
That's what I was debating.
And then just be like, well, sorry, you missed out.
I don't know what you're talking about. We only got 2 cookies. There was no stuffed cookie in this box at any point. You're lying. And get you in on it. Oh my God, get you in on it.
No, I never. There was only... What?
Just literally don't know what you're talking about. She got 2 cookies for herself and 2 cookies for us, 1 each. We got 3 cookies.
No, now there's evidence.
Jade got 2 from this little stall in the train station.
There were mini eggs everywhere, and if anyone knows anything about me, it's that I'm on a mission to eat my body weight in mini eggs this Easter.
Big, fat, greedy pig for these slags. If nobody's seen that TikTok, I'll try, if I remember to do so, I'll try and leave a link to it in the description box down below. Please go and watch it. It's so funny.
My face at that point was probably just like, why are you calling me that greedy slag?
I'm just really glad that it was, because I remember showing it to Andy and I remember showing it to Matt, and I'm really glad that I have shown it to you, because you'd have been like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's rude. Not you. It's just a funny video.
It is a funny video.
It's like when you do the references to the Vines and I don't get it. I'm just glad you got that one. That was funny. Otherwise it would have just been insulting. But yeah, we got some cookies yesterday. I got a stuffed cookie. It was a mini egg stuffed cookie, and then I got a mini eggs normal cookie, and then a Lotus normal cookie, thinking Andy would want the mini eggs one, and he went, I'm having that one to Lotus. And I was like, no, that wasn't the plan. So we've agreed to split them all in half. And you got mini eggs cookie normal and a mini eggs brookie. Anyway. That took a turn.
Yeah.
We're going to go and stuff our faces.
And how you smile at me, wish you'd stay here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stay here right with me.
Hello team, it is Monday and I'm here to wrap this vlog up. Jade is just about still here.
I'm edging my way out the door.
She's got 1 foot in the car. I did just want to quickly come on and let you know what I did finish the week off with, because I did read another 3 volumes of manga. No, I didn't. 2 volumes of manga and a poetry collection since I last spoke to you. But I did... Have I wrapped? I don't think I have. I did read She Followed the Moon Back to Herself by Amanda Lovelace. I gave this one 3.5 stars. This was good. I liked it. It's not my favourite of hers, though. She goes back to being more personal in this one, Amanda. Some of these are essentially like Amanda putting her life down on page in poetry collections, and some of them are more so like fiction poetry collections, if you like, if that makes sense. So she's gone back to being more personal in this one. It was good. Not my favourite from her, but very, very pretty nonetheless. So 3.5 stars for that one. My tummy's rumbling. I'm so hungry. Then I did read A Business Proposal Volume 8. I have pre-ordered Volumes 9 and 10 that come out in May and August. And I loved this. It was so good. The direction this one took, I ended up giving it 5 stars. I'm just obsessed. Can't tell you what direction it took because we're 8 volumes in. But I loved it nonetheless, and I'm having a very good time with the series. Can't wait for Volume 9. So 5 stars for this one. And then I did go on to The Girl from the Other Side, Volume 7, which is the first one in Omnibus 3. Did you get me this one? You got me one of these at least. I got you one of them.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you which one.
Yeah, I liked it. I think I gave this one 4 stars, if I remember correctly. It got quite violent, actually. A lot more violent than it's been so far. And it took a direction that I wasn't expecting. So, and every single volume, I know this is the point, but every single volume leaves on a cliffhanger, like quite a severe cliffhanger as well. So I really do want to continue on with this. I may try and finish these this month. But that could end up stacking me up, and I may end up and maybe doing over 30 books in 30 days if I do that. So we'll see. If not, Final Book Support Group's on its way in May, so I could read some then. But yeah, 4 stars for this one. So I did read 8 books this month, so those 3 this week. Struggles. I did read 8 books this week, but quite a bit of it was manga or shorter reads. But I also read Out on a Limb, 84 Charing Cross Road, Enchantra, Business Proposal Volume 7. She Followed the Moon Back to Herself, Business Proposal Volume 8. That's 7. What am I missing? And The Girl from the Other Side 7. Oh, I read The Girl from the Other Side 6 as well this week. Yeah. So that's my 8. So yeah, 8 books this week. More shorter Patati ones because Right Back has been here.
It would be.
Yeah. But it does mean that we've gone into day 14 and I've already read 14 books at this point. So anything that I finish today is a bonus, which is fantastic news. I did want to do that with Volume 7 of The Girl from the Other Side. We had a wonderful time while you were here, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was lovely. Lots of book shopping, lots of reading, lots of hanging out. We played some Monopoly, which we forgot to film.
Yes.
And we had a fun time. We had a Sunday roast last night.
Yes.
It was stacked.
It was enormous.
Andy's a feeder. And now our time has come to an end. Once again.
Goodbye.
I don't like it. This is the worst part.
Every time.
It's only a couple more. Bless you. Only a couple more months till I see you again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be 18 months again.
Yeah. And then I'll see you again the following month.
Yeah. You will. Oh, that's scary. That's going to be for my wedding.
Yep.
I'm going to be a married woman.
Yeah, so a couple months till the hen do, and then the following month is the wedding. Very exciting.
I feel sick.
It's wedding season, bitches. So yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with us this week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Never a chore. And I'll see you in whatever comes next.
Bye for now.
I was going to say, which is keep it or eat it. That's a lie. There's 2 other videos will come up before that. Yeah, I'll see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now. Bye, right back.